Hey guys, what's going on? In today's video, I'm going to be doing a complete guide on how to play as the Chemist in Deceit 2. Now, the Chemist before the season update was arguably one of the weakest cursed roles in the game, but let's just say after they buffed the hell out of Chemist, where the Chemist can just gain walls on anyone they poison, the Chemist is definitely a actually viable curse, especially in higher skilled lobbies nowadays. And so what better time to make a guide on how to play them than right now? This video is going to be a start of a Deceit 2 series where I basically give my tips and guidance on how to play every role in the game. If you guys go on to enjoy today's video, I'd appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. And with that being said, let's get right into the guide. So first of all, when you start off as the Chemist, the one thing you definitely do not want to do is poison off rip. This is probably like the worst thing you could do, honestly, because when you poison someone right out the gate, all you're doing is telling the whole lobby that there is a Chemist and they should be careful. In reality, what you want to do is save your poison charge, because if you didn't know already, you can actually store 2 poison charges as the Chemist. Save your charge, let the cooldown reach 0, and then once you gain 2 charges, then you want to use your poison. This is probably my most optimal strategy for playing the Chemist in general. Just always have a poison charge ready so you can poison 2 players at once if necessary. Also, always having one in the back pocket makes you very versatile, especially when it comes to situations where a lot of people get voted out at once, and if you do not anticipate stuff like this happening, then, well, you don't really deserve to win, let's be honest. Anyway, onto the general tips. Try to buy light items as the Chemist and always have a gun with you just in case. But light items are especially useful because you can't transform, so you're still susceptible to being killed by the infected. Also, if the infected figure out who you are, they will try and kill you relentlessly. So having all these light items as well as a sanity syringe definitely helps in the in-between. For the reality phase, try and avoid claiming roles, because if the infected figures out that you're claiming a role that doesn't exist, then you're going to be on the top of their hit list. Now onto some general mechanics of the Chemist. When you poison a player, they cannot activate their ability for a very, very long time. If you open your little radial menu to view your power, if the poisoned icon above a player is highlighted, then that means that they cannot use their ability currently. If that symbol is slightly transparent, then that means that you have already poisoned them and they can use their abilities because that timer has ran out. Also, if you poison a player, you will be able to gain walls on them for the rest of the match. This is very, very powerful, especially if you want to find someone specific, such as one of the infected. Speaking of infected, did you know when an infected dies, your cooldown actually decreases to get your ability? That's pretty cool, right? So what do you want to do? Well, you just want to kill one of the infected. Don't kill both of them, because then you won't have anyone trying to kill people in the in-between, and that's bad news. Remember, if you don't have infected to kill others, then your chances of winning greatly decrease. In the optimal situation, you should have one of the infected kill, so your poison cooldown is very, very speedy. However, if you have both of the infected killed, it may decrease your poison cooldown time even more, but on the flip side, no one's going to be trying to kill people in the in-between, because in the in-between, you're kind of powerless and you can't do anything but watch as that soul progress increases. However, you can always damage the generator as the Chemist. Alright, so we got all the general stuff down. Let's talk about the end game. So what should you be doing when you're approaching every single player getting poisoned? Well, chances are players are starting to realize that people that aren't poisoned are probably the Chemist by this stage, and you are one of those people because you can't poison yourself. So you're definitely going to end up as a suspect by the end of that phase. Now you may be thinking, uh-oh, this is bad, because they're all going to try and look for me and find me and kill me or put me in the table/vats or whatever. Well, don't worry, because you can just see them through walls, so you can dodge them. The invisibility medallion is extremely helpful in this phase because it helps you hide from everyone, and it helps you hide from the terrors in the in-between, because they're probably also going to look for your ass. Also, as a general rule of thumb, try and poison players that seem inexperienced or do not have a mic. Leave experienced players for last, because if you don't leave them for last, they'll likely deduce who the chemist is quite quickly, and you'll find yourself getting hunted down by the whole lobby. Now, I did also mention that poisoning a player blocks their abilities for a specified amount of time, but did you know that the infected can still transform while the poison is active? However, they cannot activate any mutations, so use this to your advantage. If you are chasing an infected and you can't let them get away, then you should probably poison them, and they can no longer use turbulence or soul swap or any of that unless their partner is still alive, of course. And finally, in the end game, when you're just about to poison every single player, what you could do is take the safe route and actually hide as far away from the other players as you can and then pop the poison. Or you could do a risky route, but this has a very high reward if successful. Try and group up with other players and already prepare yourself to shoot everyone in that room with you. Because once everyone starts getting poisoned, they're going to freak the fuck out and they're gonna look at their wheel, they're gonna see that you are the chemist, and they're gonna try and kill you. But right before you are about to shoot someone, poison the last 2 players, because at this point, they are just now realizing that they're kind of fucked and you're going to gain that upper hand. Now, an item to keep an eye out for is the bandage item. Make sure you check the shop and see if this item is banned. If it is, then that's your saving grace, because that just made the endgame 10 times easier. One of the biggest counters to the chemist in the endgame is when everyone has bandages, and if you didn't know, bandages fully heal you, and this essentially makes your lifespan quadruple what it would normally be with the poison draining your HP. This is also kind of a tip to counter the chemist. If you notice that there is a chemist in your games, you may want to invest in some bandages if you guys aren't going to complete all the tasks in time. Speaking of tasks, did you know that if the key is collected, then the curse dies? You probably didn't know this because this is some very basic information. What you probably didn't know is that the key can still be collected when everyone is poisoned. What? Why is this a thing? I don't know why this is a thing. If you are playing against the chemist, then when everyone's poisoned, all you can do is just do a couple tasks and then collect the key, and the chemist just dies because yeah, fuck the curse. Yeah, the curse is weak anyway, so let's make them even weaker. As the chemist, when the tasks are nearing completion, during ritual destabilization, the tasks auto-complete themselves, so there's not really much you can do. Just try and defend the peddler shops and be very aggressive while everyone's starting to die, because if you're not aggressive enough, they could just collect the key and you would end up dead. But yeah, guys, that's my general tips. I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Jack's infected? Yeah, it's Jack. Oh my god. Alright, let's hide here. Nah, we're good. We're chilling. Save my invis for later. It's Jack. Try and kill Jack, okay? This is good. This is good. They think I'm the medium. So here's what I'm gonna do. Oh. I'm gonna try and get handcuffs because that's a pretty good item. If they find me, I'll just put it on someone and they basically die. 30 seconds is how long the handcuff lasts. And yeah, that's plenty of time for someone to die to the poison. I have 2 charges, but I'm not gonna use it. Why did you look like a ghost for a second? Yo, what's up? Huh?
What was Rachel?
Oh, she was innocent. All right. Yeah, hello? It's Jack. I'm pretty sure Jack transformed.
Bro, are either of you gonna tell me what I did?
Transformed? Yeah, that's fine. Oh wait, I'm the medium though.
Dude,
during the in-between?
When did I transform?
During the in-between?
Dude, I was with Lisa.
Thank you. Alright, I'll go on the table now.
Yeah, I don't trust.
Huh?
I don't trust you, so just get on. Everybody is fucked. No.
Oh. Sorry, Beck. Shouldn't have trusted me. This is perfect. No! Oh my gosh, bro! What? I didn't know you had knuckles!